So, welcome back everyone to the second day of our workshop. And this is day 2. And today we are going to explain how to use technology to enhance your operation. And in addition to adopting new technologies to streamline your business. So one of the main things that you need to do, yesterday we spoke about how to reach your customers, how to reach how is your startup looks for the customers. So this is your operation, but on the outside. So what the customer sees of your startup. But again, technology is a very important aspect of running your day-to-day business as well. We are in 2020. And the tools to run your business are cheap and very powerful and gonna make your life easier. So as a startup, if you are not investing in technology for making your operation better, you should start now. It's gonna save you cost and time. And believe me, the investment that you are putting into this, into the infrastructure that you're building for your technology and your startup gonna pay back for your business. So first of all, we start with using technology to enhance your operation. So your day-to-day operation can be a hectic job. You have staff that you need to work with. You have leads. You have sales you need to do. You're managing your payments. There is invoicing. There is accounting that you need to get done. And all of that, you can do them today using simple things such as Excel tables. Look, I've seen some companies that keep all employees and their salaries in an Excel table and just transfer that money to them. But this is not the proper way to do it. And I've seen companies that have an actual note that they write. I think you see that on all small cold stores as well. That they keep every sale that they are making into a note, and they just keep the end of the month counting every sale that they made just to make sure that they are matching their inventory. But there are tools, and they are cheap. They are very cheap, and they're gonna save you a lot of time. Today we are going to go through some of these tools and look how they're gonna benefit you. So starting with payment systems. One of the things that you need to do is providing your customer the best payment system for them. So the days of cash are slowly gone. Honestly, myself, I withdrawn around 100 BD 2 months ago, and I didn't finish them yet. I rarely use cash anymore, and wherever I go, I prefer to pay digitally. It's less. First of all, this is one less thing to hold with myself. So I'm not carrying a big wallet anymore. I just have a card holder that have my card and just few banknotes, and it's trackable. So I have my statements in the bank. It's showing me every penny that I spent. I get the SMS that confirms the payment for me, and I have track of everything that I've spent on that time. So these payment systems are not just for you to make your life easier. Even the customers themselves gonna like them more. But again, for you. So if you're having your payments are all generated through digital systems, you're gonna have this data available for you, and you can run analysis. And later in this session, we are going to see how important is analysis for you and data analysis for you to take decisions on, and how it's gonna improve your business. So what we are going to have in payment systems. First of all, something that you definitely need to do is integrating your card machine with your POS, which is point of sale. So point of sale is the system that's having all your products, and it's going to have the calculation for you. It's going to contain all of your products, and your sales guy is gonna be interacting directly with it. And this is what we're gonna translate to the customer payment. So if you're integrating these two, it's gonna make the process way easier and faster for the customer. You choose the amount that you choose the items that he's buying. The amount gonna show up in the credit card machine, and he gonna, as per today, just tap his card and pay for it. Something that usually was taking 3 to 4 minutes by the time that like you do the calculation calculator, tell the customer the amount, he takes out the cash, you need to return change for him. And well, and the COVID-19 situation, I can think that all of you can imagine how many germs are on these banknotes. So we want to avoid that. One more thing that is, I think, is picking up these days is the contactless payments. All point of sale providers currently are having contactless payments POS machines. I think the main POS main credit card machine or card machine providers in Bahrain are NBB, AFS, and Credimax. And all of them, as per today, they are, and Ahli United Bank, all of them are providing contactless payment. As per today, look, we in outside Bahrain, they have Apple Pay, Google Pay, even Saudi, they have Apple Pay and Samsung Pay, and Google Pay is available in some areas in the world too. Hopefully soon we'll have it here too, I hope. But here we have the contactless payment. So with a tap of your card, if your transaction is less than 50 BD, it's getting paid, and it's without a PIN, without any hiccups usually, and it's a very quick way to pay, and customers are liking it. So if you don't have your contactless payment yet, call your bank or your POS machine provider and ask them for it, and they will provide it for you. But again, not every business here is physical, and not every business here is having a physical place that you can go and pay for. So what other options that you're having for payment? Online payments are very, very important for your business, especially if you are working online only. You cannot depend on the time of delivery and cash payment through the delivery guys. I've noticed that a lot. Not now, since most of the providers are having online payment, but previously, some startup owner or some business owner gonna deliver for you some product, and you have to pay the delivery company the amount they're gonna deliver to them. And you're having a 20 BD banknote, and they don't have a change for it. Sometimes it's they don't have change at all. This is something. Sometimes at the time that they arrive here, you discover that you don't have enough cash for it. So sometimes this process can be more annoying if you are not dealing with a proper delivery company. So online payments is a crucial thing that you need to have for your startup as well. Yes, how do I set up online payment for myself? There is the way that you used to do is to integrate directly with this payment portal through MasterCard, through Visa, through through PayPal, some other payment providers. Also, we have local payment gateways like Ahli United Bank, Credimax, and Batilco. They are providing payment gateway for your credit card. And you need to do some kind of integration. There's a process that you need to go through. But again, you can contact these companies and they will provide for you the credit card payment. An easier way to do it is through these modern ways. So Gati is another Bahraini, which used to be startup, but now it's a very established company, and they are doing very well. They will take this integration part for you. They already integrated with Benefit. They already integrated with Visa, JCB, MasterCard, and PayPal. All you need to do is just register there. All you need to do is just register there, and they will provide all the payment ways for you to able to receive these payments. In addition to that, they are providing reports, analytics, and different details on the source of these payments. This is gonna take a lot of headache from you, and you're even having the reports for those payments on some good dashboard that's gonna provide better analytics for you. Another option for you is My Fatura, which is a competitor for Geti, and they're having even more regional payment providers, which is like Mega for Saudi and KNet for Kuwait, in addition to the default ones like Visa, MasterCard, Benefit, and American Express. Other options that we are having is CC Pay and B Wallet. These wallets are new. They are providing good outcome for the customers, and there are offers all the time on them, and a lot of customers prefer using them because of the cashback that they're getting out of it and the different offer that they're having. So during in the CC Pay and B Wallet, Mariam is asking, where is my mouse pointer? Hold on. So yes, Mariam is asking, can you show us how to accept payments via e-wallets like Apple Pay on our website? So yes, Mariam, today Apple Pay is not available for Bahrain. So I heard that it will be available soon, but as per today, it's not available yet. We cannot use that. But again, once Bahrain joins the Apple Pay network, I will. You can contact me through the mentorship or even privately through any of my social. Even Google Pay is not available in Bahrain. So our only options here today are STC Pay, B Wallet, and Benefit Pay. So yes, these options are not available as per today, but the countries these wallets are adding more countries every day to their solutions, and Bahrain will be soon one of them. At that time, I will look exactly how they are going to handle the local payments, since they need to be connected to a local bank or your local bank to be able to pay through them. And based on that, we'll see how the integration is going to be happening. Yes, so we are having Benefit Pay as well. We are having Benefit Pay as well. Benefit Pay is providing a merchant account for you as well. I think there is a small fee that you need to pay, but having a merchant account gonna provide for you a way better way to handle the payments. It's not a regular transfer that you're not having a proper control and proper details on. Merchant payment on Benefit Pay is different than the regular transfer that you are doing, which is Fawri and Fawri Plus, which I believe it's not the proper way to do it. Again, through the application itself, you can see that you can set up yourself as a merchant, or you can go to Benefit website and apply for that through there. So we have a question from Amal. She's asking, do we have to have a CR to install these payment gateways to our website? Not all of them. PayPal is available without a CR. Geti, I'm not very sure, but I believe they require a CR. I'll get back to you after the break. But PayPal, as an example, doesn't require a CR. Although most of these service providers are having a very small fee that they are taking out of each transactions, but but thinking about it, this actually helps. They actually save you a lot of money instead of building these solutions to handle the payments. So the next thing that we are talking about is data analytics. I mentioned in the previous slides as well that it's very important to have data and to collect data. as I told you, Gatey is collecting data for you. Before reaching to data analytics. So if you have any questions related to any payment gateway, I didn't have a question slide here because I was planning to have a question slide later. But again, you are free to ask any questions right now about payments. So does benefit pay needs a CR? Also, how we can set up the merchant account? After the break, I'm going to demo for you, or at least tell you how exactly to set up a merchant and look into the exact requirements to have a merchant account and benefit pay. But that would be after the break. So another question that we are having here is for small businesses, which is the best way to control payments? Sorry, Marwa, I didn't get your question. What do you mean by control your payments? Again, as I said, having multiple payments, gateways for your customer is a beneficial for customer. So me as a customer, I need to be able to choose how I'm going to pay you. Limiting me to a certain ways of payment is not a very pleasant user experience for me. So some people gonna prefer using their credit cards. Some people gonna prefer using their benefit pay. Some people are doing are paying through their debit card. So having all these options to your customer is the best way to do it. And I know that it's gonna be some kind of hassle to set up all of that, but it's a one-time thing. And after setting up that, it will just flow, and there's no huge maintenance that you need to do. Does that answer your question? All right, I'm glad. So yes, now we are looking into data analytics. Data analytics is one of the hottest topic in technology in the last few years, and it's an industry that's growing so big. Honestly, a few years ago, companies didn't pay attention to data, but the new startups, especially in Silicon Valley, started to use data in a very sophisticated way and in a very good way that improved their business. It made even the old behemoth try to analyze the data and use the data in a different approach. And one of the highest paid jobs in the world is data science jobs. Data science makes a lot of money, and if you are someone that is having interest in this stuff and have the ability to be able to analyze it in a proper way, it's a very good occupation to pursue. So, but again, it doesn't have to be that big. Even small bits of data are going to help you in improving your business. So, what kind of data I'm looking at? This is a question that you need to ask yourself. So if you're having a startup, there's multiple ways to collect data. First of all, your website. I explained for you yesterday how to track your visitors, and Google Analytics was the option that everyone's using, and provide to you a very big set of data that is very useful for you. Another way to do it is through the physical visits to your place. So based on that, you need to track these kind of visits. That if your startup is a physical place, keep a track of how many people are coming, keep a track of what time they are coming, keep a track even on their genders and ages, on different aspects of their personality. So if you can track, look, don't make it in a way that's exclusive to customer that he's gonna feel that he's being questioned, but gather as much as data that you can about this customer and store it. It's very important for you to know your customers, know their preferences, know their information, and use this information in your benefit. But yet, with keeping some kind of privacy for the customer, don't use individual data in a way, and never, never, never sell this data. So again, every sale that you are making, keep a record of it. Every visit you're having, keep a record of it, even if there wasn't any sales of it. Every engagement that you're receiving in social media, keep a track for it. Keep a track of it. Every question that is about one of your products. So if you're having a product that's receiving a lot of questions or anything, it's good to have a track of all that. And there are tools that help you to do that as well. We're going to show you a few of them later. But again, it's important to track the data and before reaching to the next level. So as you can see in this graph, you have the reality, and you need to capture this reality through raw data. So you are going to collect as much as you can of data and store it. Even if you don't see an immediate benefit of this data, eventually you will be able to come up with something that's gonna use this data properly. And then there is a processing and cleaning of the data. Yes, you collected everything, you collected raw data, but sometimes this data is not relevant to your business and it wouldn't be useful for you. Or there are some data that is having wrong values, or probably you entered the mobile number wrong, or entered the age wrong, or you can see unrealistic numbers like someone with age of 200 years. So you need to clean up the data before starting analyzing them and making models based on them. Why? Any false data gonna mess up your outcome, the outcome of your data here. So you need to have a clean data. It's one of the worst job for any data analysis in any industry. I used to be part of the data team in Betilco, and I remember that cleaning the data was one of the most things that the business was complaining about, that the data is not clean and you need to do that and that and that on that. So yes, it's not an easy job to collect the data. It's not an easy job to process the data and clean it. But once you do that and you come up with your analysis and you have the insight on this data, you'll be able to come with a great outcome. So I'm going, okay. So I have a question here from Amal. So Amal is asking, what do you mean by data cleaning? So yes, when you are collecting the data, there is some chance of having some mistakes on this data. There is a chance of collecting data that's not required and they are not beneficial or useful for you. This data needs to be taken out, because at the time of when you are doing the analysis, these data are going to be more noise than it's being useful for you. So any wrong values, wrong data, wrong information needs to be taken out, because these are going to mess up your final outcome of this data. I hope that answers your question. So anyway, what we are looking here at is the top 10 companies that are using big data. Big data is a term that is being very popular these days, which is getting data from different sources, multiple sources, and use them in a way and analyze them in a way that's going to give you a better understanding of everything here. So what I'm going just to show you a few examples on these companies. So starting with Amazon. If you're shopping on Amazon, you're going to notice whenever you buy a product, it's going to show you other products that people are buying with this product. So that is all based on the data that they're collecting from previous purchases from other users. So if they are seeing a big majority of people are buying a case when they're buying their iPhone from Amazon, so they're going always to recommend a case for you. And you, when you are buying an iPhone, you will see a case that can be bundled directly with your device. You're going to add it to your cart, and this is an extra sales for Amazon. So this is one thing. The other thing, looking at your browsing history, your purchasing history, they're able to recommend for you. So, like, and this is something amazing. This is something I'm gonna come to that later after finishing that part. And it's something that's related to privacy, and this is questions that people are always asking. Are they listening? I think all of you notice sometimes that you talk to your friends about something on WhatsApp or on even real life conversation, and it's gonna show up in advertising on your Instagram page. I'm coming to that later, but let me continue with examples here. And believe me, they are not listening. They are very good with data. And I'll explain to you later how they do it. So that was Amazon. Walmart. Walmart is a very big US retailer, and they're tracking every customer that are on. They used to track every customer that was going in their platform, but due to legal issues, they stopped kind of doing that. But again, they're still having kind of tracking. So even the place of shelves where the products are placed, everything is based on data. They're not doing it because some designer liked it this way, or because the owner thought that the chocolate needs to be next to the I don't know where the chocolates are usually are, next to the ice cream. All right. So it's not because they thought that it is better to be there. This is all based on data. So everything is placed based on data, and what's encouraged customer to buy more. So every design, every decision that is every decision was taken to put these goods anywhere is based on data and how the customer is going through the supermarket there. And even they are tracking which each shelf is, how much each shelf is selling. So if the middle shelf is selling more, they put the things that they need to sell on this middle shelf. Top shelf goes for other stuff they don't need to sell a lot. Ida is asking, how do they track the data, and is it legal in JCC? Well, we do have a PDPL now, which is Personal Data Protection Law. It's preventing a lot of these kind of tracking, but there is still a lot of stuff that you still are able to track as long as you are anonymizing this information. So yes, you can have, what is anonymizing this information? So this information shouldn't be trackable to a person. You should have, so you shouldn't be able to know that Ahmed Haji is buying milk every Wednesday. But you need to, but it's okay to know that there's some male at that age that works in a bank and buys a milk every Wednesday, but without being able to link it to me directly. So this is kind of a gray area that some companies are even abusing or using in a way that is not illegal. I hope that answers your question. It's kind of, there is some rules that you need to follow when you are tracking the customers. But yes, there's a lot of stuff that you can track legally, and please guys, do the tracking legally, because honestly, the amount of data that you can get without having a personal linking to any person, it is still huge. So that was Amazon, that was Walmart. Now Netflix. Netflix is one of the biggest companies that are using data. Every show you watch, when you are watching it, how long do you binge watch, and what time of the day that you are watching, and what type of stuff that you're watching time to time. All of that is taken into consideration. And one thing that is very amazing is the thumbnails. Even the thumbnails on Netflix, they are changing from one person to person. Each show, each movie is having a different set of thumbnails, and they're gonna show it to you based on the previous clicks that you made. or not even only you, people around you. So people are living in the same area, or people are working with you. They're able to track that because of your location and all of that. So it's not just you, it's the whole regional thing. So if Bahrainis usually prepare to have the thumbnails having colorful thumbnails, then you will see that you're going to see that the thumbnails are getting into the colorful part of it. But again, later, your usage, you're clicking on the screens there, and everything gonna affect how your thumb is gonna show up, and that. One big example is Uber. So Uber in New York conducted a study there to know exactly where the rides are mostly taking and what are the most expensive rides. So the regular yellow taxi in New York was concentrated onto the very busy areas of New York. So Manhattan and Times Square and this area, taxis were always there. And it was kind of hard for Uber to go and compete with them there. So what they've done is going to run analysis on their 90 million rides that they had during 2018, and figured out that the rural areas of New York is having higher amount of payment for these taxi rides, and less yellow cabs there. So they started targeting there, and that's improved their number of rides that they are taking by 81%. And that's a very huge number. That's almost doubling the amount of rides that they're having. And that's all of the power of the data. Starbucks is a big company that's using the data in opening and closing their branches. So if a branch is not as busy, they close it. But again, if it's having enough impact to stay open, they keep it. So data analysis is a very huge and very big field that you need to keep considering when you are doing your start, when you are doing some technology advancement for a startup. Any questions on data? Yeah, I didn't answer that. I didn't tell you about that. Are they listening thing? So yeah. Based on the security research and based on their terms and condition, no, they are not listening. Then you will ask yourself, how do they know what did I talk about? What I'm looking for, and what is the thing that I was discussing with my friend? This is all on behavioral analysis, and there's some kind of, so if you are talking to your friend Muhammad and about your sports team, let's assume it's Bayern Munich, and he directly went and searched about Bayern Munich on Google, Instagram knows that he's your friend and you were talking. And when this guy was searching about Bayern Munich, then probably you, or maybe you had a conversation with him about that too. And it's going to show you some kind of advertisement related to the topics that you discussed with him. That's one thing. The other thing, if your friend is following some kind of social accounts that are interested in something. So let's assume Ali started following car selling accounts on Instagram. All right. And he's having a lot of discussions on DM with you, or he's sharing with you a lot of Instagram links to car selling pages. So this is gonna show Instagram, and based on their algorithms, they find out that you may be interested in cars too. Sorry, guys. I was reading the question. So Hawra is asking, what are the data analysis tools that we can use in GCC? So yes, first of all, as we showed here, We have the data collection, and we have the visualization of the data and the things between them. So the collection is happening through different systems. So if you're having your own application, the collection starts here. If you have your CRM, this is a source of collection. Your social media accounts are a source of collection. Your POS machine is as a source of collection. What else? Yeah, your payment gateways are a source of collection. So the collection is not happening in a single place. You are collecting the data from different places, different systems that you are having, and collecting them and building a model based on that. So you need to have, what is a data model? Data model is how you are linking how you are linking the data from different systems into one place. And based on that, you can analyze them and do proper analysis and come up with the graphs and the insights that you are requiring there. So you did the collection from these different source systems. You did the cleansing. There are tools for cleansing, but most of them are very expensive, and you can do that manually, which I do not prefer. And there is data analysis and models. The tools for that, honestly, I don't know what are the ones that are cheap to use, but the ones that I used to use is SAP BI, Microsoft Power BI, and Tableau. Tableau is one of the biggest name in data analysis and business intelligence, and it's provide for you being able to do analysis, doing dashboards, creating reports, and they are part of Microsoft service, I believe. Yeah, Power BI is part of Microsoft services, and Zoho is also providing some kind of analysis tools as well. So what matters here is your data collection, and how you're presenting them is something that can be even done through Excel. I don't recommend that at all, but it's possible. So yeah, as tools, I said, you have SAP BI, you have Microsoft Power BI, and Tableau as well, in addition to Zoho, which provides some simple tools for data analysis. Any other questions on data analytics before moving on? Hawra is asking me to write down the options. Here I go. I'll write down the options for data analytics in the chat. Hold on, just to make sure of something. Yeah. So yes, I have Janan. Those tools are not available in the presentation itself, so I need to write them down. I'll add it to the presentation. I share it with you with these tools. So Aisha is asking, does Google Analytics is sufficient? Google Analytics is good for tracking the visitors of your website or your application. But again, there's such, it will only provide for you the reports based on the data that they are collecting. You're gonna have other sources of data. As I told you, your payment gateway, your social media, and all of them, if it was linked together, then it will be, you will have a bigger picture and you will have a better view on your customer base and how to improve that. So before moving away from data analytics, just one last thing to do. So no one gonna be able to understand the data better than you. Yes, if you have a bigger company and you will be able to do your data analysis by yourself, that's gonna be great. But again, it's you who decides what are you going to do with data. There are a few examples that I can just tell you right now. So if a certain product is selling more, or sorry, if certain products is getting a lot of social media attraction, you need to promote it more in the different channels. So the social media itself gave you some kind of overview of what people are looking at. But again, your target customer could be not on social media. Maybe the people that are interacting with your products on social media are a different segment than the segment that you are targeting for your customers. So based on your understanding of the data and based on your products, it's here is your job to find the balance to be able to promote and use this data in the best way possible. So moving away from data, uh, and now we are going to talk about security. Or should we take a break before that? All right, let's have a break for 10 minutes. See you again at 7:25. All right, thank you. Hi guys, I'm back. So now we are going to talk about security. So after installing and having your social media accounts and having your tools set up and defining your data sources, doing the analysis on them, and all of what we went through, there is some aspect that you need to really consider and be able to have it set up properly, which is your security. So you don't want to lose everything that you built through some hack, or someone is using your account in some inappropriate way, or someone that's gonna access the data that you're collecting and your customer information and use them in a proper way. And this is something that you should really consider when you are building your startup, which is security of all the tools and the information that you are having. So security is very important. Companies lost millions of dollars and dinars due to the security. A huge bank in Kuwait around 1 year ago lost an amount that's nearing 90 million Kuwaiti dinar due to a security breach. So for that, I'm going to show you some very simple steps that you need to follow to be able to have proper security. First of all, two simple rules that you will need. First one is choose unique password. I know it's way easier for you to have a single password for all your platforms, for all your social media accounts. But again, that's a very wrong way to handle your social media accounts or your email or your website or all of that. So if this password got leaked anywhere, then every single platform that you're having is going to be hacked. Always use unique passwords for each one of your platforms there. And the other option is, and the other rule is using the two-factor authentication. I believe most of you are familiar with the two-factor authentication. Even for your personal account, it is when you are doing a payment or when you are logging into your account, you will receive an SMS on your phone or through some authentication application that you need to enter before being able to log in on the website. So even if this hacker got your password, he will not be able to log into your social media account or your platform unless he has a physical access to your phone too, or in some more elaborate way of hacking, if he is able to hack the communication to your phone, which is a very rare case, and it requires some kind of high-skilled hackers that we hope that we avoid encountering them. So you'll ask me, isn't it very hard for me to remember every password if I'm using a unique password for every platform? It is not an easy thing. So that's why we are having something called password managers. These are some very popular password managers. One login, one password, Dashlane, LastPass, RoboForm. Personally, I use LastPass for the last 5 years to manage all of my passwords, and it saves me a lot of time. It secures my account, so none of my accounts are having similar passwords, and they're all stored somewhere and they are movable with me that I can use in any device that I'm having. So I don't need to remember the passwords anymore, and I'm able to log in through any device that I'm having easily using this password manager. You can go and check all of these password managers, and based on the prices and their features, you get to decide what password managers you are going with. So this is the interface of LastPass. As you can see, it's saving all of the passwords that you are having for different platforms: Amazon, Dropbox, Evernote, Facebook, whatever, and they're all saved there. And when you try to log into any of these platforms, it will retrieve these passwords from the LastPass and have it for you in this platform. So it's gonna log in for you in Facebook and Amazon and Salesforce, etc. And in addition to that, it can store your credit cards too. So it will make payment for your anything that you are buying way easier and faster. And it generates password for you. So instead of you thinking of passwords that you need to have for these different platforms, LastPass itself gonna generate some unique password for each platform and gonna save it there. So you don't even think a need to come up with passwords for your social media or your platforms. Any questions? Marwa is asking, does my password manager can be hacked? So yes, these password managers are guaranteeing for you the highest security protocols and methods that are available. It can be hacked just in case if you are kind of not very careful with it. So if you leaked out your password and this is the single password that you are going to remember, and honestly, it's got to be some hard password that you need to have, then yes, it can be hacked. But if you are keeping your password safe and you are the only one that you are remembering it and saving it and it's not written anywhere, then no, it's kind of a very rare thing to get these password managers being hacked. Fatma is asking, is Google Password safe? Yes, Google Password is it's a very new competitor to those, and it's a proper solution. We didn't hear any kind of hacks yet on Google Password. But again, you need to be careful. Don't ever share your password, your password manager password with anyone. If you give it to anyone, then it's a very this is where a problem starts. So yes, this is the password that you are the only one who's going to remember, and don't give it to anyone. But yes, these should be a safe solutions for you to store your passwords. Now we are looking into bookkeeping tools. So as I told you in the beginning, there are places that are still using that famous blue notebook to keep their accounting, but it's not the proper way to do. Probably, yes, it's the cheapest way to do it. You just need a 200 fills notebook. But again, the time that you are going to spend reconciling and accounting and counting and saving this information anywhere, and an ability to track whatever you are selling and all of that is not something that's worth doing. It can be a very simple thing like using Excel, but again, I don't recommend that. Or also some applications that can be used and installed on your PCs to be able to handle that. But again, today, as we spoke yesterday, there are the software as a service providers. There are cloud services that are very easy to use, and they provide a lot of features for very good prices. And also, Bahrain is having now open banking APIs. As per today, they are not integrated with bank accounts yet, these accounting applications, but eventually they will be connected to your bank account. So you will have a full end-to-end picture review on your all accounting and bookkeeping stuff. Some example of bookkeeping solutions is Zoho. Zoho Box is a very good solution that is going to provide for you a proper bookkeeping. That's going to provide you good dashboards and reports. in addition to different features that gonna help you a lot in handling your bookkeeping. And Zoho is integrating with some banks here in Bahrain. So you will have this end-to-end picture on Zoho with the integration of the bank. And as we spoke yesterday, you can go to Startup Weekend. Sorry, to Bahrain Startup. You can go to Bahrain Startup to get your $1,800 free credits for Zoho. That will make you able to use integration and features that are on Zoho for different aspects of it. One other option to have your bookkeeping is Xero as well. Xero is a very comprehensive tool. It provides to you more reports than, more in-depth reports than Zoho, and provides for you some kind of better picture on your bookkeeping and accounting. And it can be kind of project separated, and it can have different sources of information. So it's a very good accounting tool that I recommend to use if you are not willing to use Zoho, which is more simple than Xero. We are skipping this break because we just had a break ourselves. So I'm now moving to the CRM and ERP. What is CRM? What is ERP? CRM is customer relation management. One of the ways that you can use to collect the data. So again, it's nice to know your customers. It's important to know your customers, and CRM will help you in collecting this information and manage it, and driving leads into sales, gathering any information you need from customers, collecting the engagement that you have with your customers, segmentation of your customers, and getting more information about your customer and storing it somewhere in a proper and good way. I'm going to show you in a bit how Zoho CRM works and what are the features that they are providing. One other tool that is required in every company as well is ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. So what do they do? Sorry, what is it here? So Enterprise Resourcing Planning, ERP, allow you to manage the resources that you're having inside your company. So starting from the assets that you're having, the tools that you are using, the people that you hired, and the contractor that you are working with, all of them can be centralized in an ERP system. So we're starting with CRM. So what does CRM provide to you? Email integration. So your emails with your customers are stored in the CRM, and you can contact them directly from the CRM. They contact you back, and all the communication between you and your customers are at a single place. So just as one example, if you're having an email communication with a customer probably 2 years ago, and this customer came to you and asked for some further services from you, probably these are in a new email. If you are using a CRM, you will be able to connect those emails to the previous one that were from 2 years ago, and you will understand what kind of engagement that you had with this customer. This is going to help you and provide a more personalized and better service to your customer. This goes into relationship management as well. So your relationship with your customer are all in a single place. That's going to help you with that. One more thing is the sales calls. A lot of startups are having sales calls, and it's still some kind of crucial marketing way to have sales calls to different companies, to different customers, to different businesses. If your startup is a business to business, to initiate your relationship with them. CRM is helping you keeping track of that. The marketing emails that you are going to send, they are also going through CRM. and you can see what are the reaction and interaction that you get out of this email marketing. So when you are sending marketing email to a certain set of customers, when you are getting a reply back, you will understand what kind of emails your customers are interested in, and what kind of emails are generating the biggest engagement. In addition to management of your projects and your documents on a proper CRM. ERP is kind of a bigger picture than CRM. So CRM can be a part of ERP, but in addition to that, ERP will contain inventory management. So if you're having inventory for your organization, this can be managed in ERP as well. Supply chain, so your different suppliers, your different sources of your products, all of that can be tracked, maintained, and stored in your ERP. Your bookkeeping and finance, yes, you can have Zoho Box for your finance allocation and your finance tracking, but again, in Zoho Box, it's a standalone application that's keeping the information by there. But if you're going for an ERP solution, all of that can be linked. So your finance is going to be linked to your supply chains, to your inventory, to even your staff and your human resource. So ERP will connect and link all of that together in a single place and provide you a better picture and a more control on your company. In addition to project management. So ERP usually is a bigger solution. It's costs more. Yes, maybe you won't need it in a small startup, but it will be very, very beneficial if your company is growing and you require further control on your organization. These are very big and popular CRM and ERP examples. Microsoft Dynamics 365, it's an ERP, Oracle NetSuite, SAP ERP, and Workday. Most of these are modular, so you can go just for few modules of these solutions, or you can go for the full solution and get the full benefit out of it. As I told you, I'm going to show you some parts of a quick demo on Zoho ERP. So what you can see now on screen is Zoho CRM. It's having a small dashboard that here you can see it here, and it's going to generate tasks for you. So as you can see here, if I'm having multiple employees and different tasks and different kind of sales that I need to do, it's very good to have kind of proper tracking for what your staff are doing and who are handling what and who's the one who's selling most. The CRMs provide you starting with leads. So you will have kind of leads, people that called you, people that emailed you, people that have some kind of communication, even through social media to you. And based on that, you will be able to take actions on those leads. So this is going to help you keep a track on the leads that you are getting. And you can see, you can like filter these leads based on different filters. So if it is by country, if you are targeting some country, then you'll be able to have this country leads assigned to one person and the different country leads assigned to another person, and etc. It's gonna collect for you the account, the contacts for them, and it's end to end. So it starts with a lead and takes you until the sale order and the purchase order. So based on the leads that you're having, you can initiate a purchase order or a sales order, and you can generate invoices here. You can have proper dashboards that's going to show you different aspects of your sales and your leads and how you are managing your whole customer relation with targets and different components. In addition to vendor management, you can start your campaigns here. So having a CRM gonna make your work way easier than bookkeeping by yourself. Instead of remembering and allocating tasks manually to everyone, you will have a single place that is going to distribute your tasks, your leads, your sales, and keep track of the invoices and everything that you're having there. Back to our presentation. Before going to the, sorry. Before reaching to the online corporate training, do you have any questions on the topics that we discussed? All right then. Training for your staff is a very important thing. And Mariam is asking, is MailChimp CRM? I'm not sure. I can get back to you on that. I didn't use MailChimp since few years, so I'm not aware exactly where did they reach now. They used to be mailing provider, but I'm not sure where did they reach. They used to be a newsletter management application. I need to check where are they right now. It's been years since the last time I heard this name. So yes, so the online corporate training changed a lot during this pandemic as well. A lot of training providers are now today providing online trainings for you. Different institutes in Bahrain are providing online trainings for employees and all of that. But again, we do have a very good library of online training and learning websites that's providing great material for you. So looking at that, so today during these 2 days we had a lot of information, but we are only touching the surface of each topic that we were having in these 2 days. So each subject that we discuss these days is available in depth and with further details and with the proper material online. These are some most popular websites that people can use for their online training. Lynda, which was acquired by LinkedIn now, it's a LinkedIn Learning today. Coursera, Skillshare is a very good website to learn different skills, especially in design related stuff, in addition to other stuff. Udemy, Pluralsight, all of them are training websites, and they are Curiosity Stream. I didn't mention it here. All of them are providing a huge number of online courses and for a very good price. So the day of going to classes to learn new stuff is over. Online now provide to you a big library of different materials from best tutors around the world. And it is something that all of you should utilize and use to improve your knowledge, your skills, and your staff and your employees' skills and knowledge. Some of them some of people are thinking, are these degrees are accredited? Can I use them for interviews for jobs? I'm telling you, the knowledge that you are getting out of these is more important than the degree that you are getting there. These are real life knowledge. This knowledge is going to help you more in your job. It's going to help you more in improving yourself and improving your business and learning more about the market than what study books that we are used to are giving us. So guys, we are having another break for another 10 minutes and see you at 8 for the third part of our session, third and the last part of our session. Thank you. Hi everyone, and we're back now for the last part of our 2 days workshop. So now what we're going to talk about is adopting new technologies to streamline your business. And we're going to talk about cloud automation, SaaS, productivity, communication, and APIs. What we are looking here at is mostly new technologies that are emerging currently in the market and how we are going to use them for streamlining our business and improving our day-to-day operation in addition of our communication with the customers. So first of all, cloud services. Every one of you heard the word cloud, and every startup gathering and every kind of technical workshop or anything. Cloud is big. Cloud is something that everyone's talking about. So what's the cloud? In simple terms, a cloud service can refer to any service that can deliver to the customer through the internet or even the companies themselves. So any service that is delivered to you through internet and by internet itself is considered a cloud service. You don't need to have any kind of servers in your premise. You don't have to take care of any of technical aspects of these cloud services. And it's good for you to it provides for you scalability. So in case of you're having a small business or small traffic, you're gonna have a small cloud storage, small cloud resources, and it's gonna scale with your growth. So you don't have to pay high amount or you invest a lot and for when you are using a very simple stuff there. So these are there are three types of cloud services: SaaS, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. So what is software as a service or software as a service is mainly, did I lose the connection? No, I'm still here. All right. So software as a service is a fully packaged software that is ready to be used, and it's delivered to you as a service. So you are just going to pay for this software and use it as it is. And then we have infrastructure as a service. As we discussed in the first day of this workshop, we can install the servers in our prem, and we need some technical people to take care of these servers, install software on it, provide maintenance for it. Infrastructure is they are going to provide for you the infrastructure for your software, and you're going to build on unit, or you're going to put your own software on it. And a platform is a bigger picture of infrastructure. It's not the infrastructure itself. It's a platform that you can build your infrastructure on. If you have some kind of customized infrastructure, maybe you're having a different kind of setup for your databases, a different kind of setup for your network. So all of that can go into a platform as a service. So based on your needs, you're going to choose what kind of service what kind of cloud service you are going to use. So these three are the main competitors and the biggest competitors in cloud services. There are some other services too, but these are the most approachable here in the Middle East, and the most used, and the one that you're gonna find tutorials, you can find resources about them all the time and everywhere over the internet. So Amazon Web Services is the biggest cloud service as we are speaking right now, and it's having the majority of the market. Azure which is a Microsoft product. It's a competitor cloud service that is competing with Amazon, and in addition to Google Cloud. Cloud is very big, and you can see world's biggest companies are competing there. We have also Ali Cloud, which is as Alibaba, one of the biggest Chinese companies, is one of the options for cloud services as well. So where do I go for cloud? So again, as I told you, it depends on what you are trying to do. Amazon Web Services, as an example, which is something is supported here in Bahrain, and they have their own local data center here in Bahrain, and it's supported by Mumtalakat and Bahrain Development, Bahrain Economic Board. So it is having a good support here locally in Bahrain, and you can see here it's Amazon EC2, Amazon RDS, Amazon Direct Connect, and tons of other services that they provide. It's based on your needs. So if you need some kind of software that needs to be installed on a server, you can go and take your server on Amazon. And what's going to provide for you is a very good redundancy. So you are not having to have only one server. And if something goes wrong with that server, Amazon directly going to provide for you another server that is going to take and continue your work immediately. Websites like Netflix and Amazon itself and Twitter, all of them at a certain point of time or even today are working on Amazon Web Services. And that's guarantee for you availability. All of them, honestly, all of these cloud services are providing for us a guarantee of availability at 99.9%. So they are guaranteeing for us that our websites, our applications are working 99.9% of the time, 99.99% of the time. So it's a huge infrastructure that is providing a good availability for us. On the same time, if you are going to take care of the server by yourself, then the chance of any failures gonna take for you maybe hours, maybe days to fix, and gonna make you lose some huge chunk of your customers' availability and reach to your platform. So the second thing that we are going to speak about here is the business automation tools. All of you certainly notice some kind of repetitive tasks that you are doing every day. It's not something we are not built to do the repetitive tasks. Human as our nature, we are creative. We want to have new things. We want to create a new stuff. And all of you as a startup, as people that are into startups and planning to start your own business, you are creators. You are people that are looking to build stuff. So why should we waste our time and doing repetitive tasks that can be automated? Here are some examples that you can see on screen that gonna do some kind of automation for us. So Zapier, IFTTT, ActiveCampaign, Hootsuite, and Freshdesk are some automation tools that's gonna make us be able to automate repetitive tasks in a very easy way. So instead of you handling a task by yourself every day and doing the same task every day, you're gonna automate it and a system gonna run it for you. As an example, here's Zapier. So we talked about Zero earlier today. So just in case if there was a new accounting entry on your Zero platform and you need to take an action, send an email to your friend or your accountant, Abdullah, that there is one accounting entry was added to your Zero. So Zapier will connect these two applications. So if there is an action that happened in application 1, it's gonna trigger another action in application 2. So if you are using some kind of project management, it's possible to whenever a new task added to a certain person here, there's going to be an update in an Excel file that is stored in your cloud platform there that will add this task was added to this person. So you can keep track of that. So it's going to connect different platforms to each other, and you will have some kind of automated way of doing it. Email is part of it. So if you are receiving an email and you want to archive some kind of emails, usually to a certain user or forward it to a certain user, Zapier can handle that for you. So as you can see here, these are just an example of the services that Zapier can handle. Google Sheet, Trello, Gmail, Google Calendar, Slack, which is a very good communication platform, MailChimp, Evernote, which is note keeping, Twitter, and other platforms that can connect to Zapier and connect to other platforms. So you can reach from any platform to automate your tasks. Another option is IFTTT. So what does that for you? So just assume, and honestly, I don't recommend doing that. But again, if you have an Instagram account and a Twitter account, and you want to post, whenever you post anything on Instagram, you want it to be posted on Twitter. If this, then that will provide this for you. So you can see this is a little bit of examples that that is provided here. But again, one of the examples is if you are providing for your employees iPhones to take pictures of the products, you can automate it that anytime any one of them take a picture, it goes directly to your email, or it goes directly to your Google Drive, or it's automatically posted to your social network. So you can automate these small things using these platforms to make your life easier and avoid having some kind of repetitive task to do. Some examples that you can see here. Save tweets featuring a content to a spreadsheet. So you can specify a hashtag that any tweet that is added to it to be added. Like if you have your company hashtag, you can add every tweet that is tagged with this hashtag to an Excel file or a Google spreadsheet that you can run an analysis on it. One example is any Twitter that's following you, you can follow them back or thank them or whatever. So these are some of the recipes that you can use for Twitter as an example here, in addition to other platforms. So IFTTT is providing a lot of other platforms that you can connect to. Another automation tool that we are having is Active Campaign. Active Campaign will help you into creating campaigns for your different sources or different platforms, including email campaigns, social media campaigns, SMS campaigns if you want to, and even if there's a campaign through your website. So this helps you on automating that. Now we also have Hootsuite. This is the old interface. I'm going to show you the current interface of it. So this is Hootsuite today. As you can see, I'm here linked my Instagram, my Twitter, and my LinkedIn to it. And I can schedule posts to each of them at any time I want. So this is today, and I want to have a post that is going to be on my Twitter and my Instagram only. And I want it to be on sorry, I'm just, yeah. So I'm able to add the text there, add pictures, multiple pictures if I want, choose the social networks that I'm having and how it's going to show me how it's going to look. Hi, this is a test for startup workshops. So as you can see here, it's going to show me how exactly it's going to look in each one of them. And I can schedule it for any time. So based on that, even if you are having a busy week or a busy time, you can plan all the social media posts on your weekend, or you just specify one day to curate and prepare those social media posts and post them during the week automatically through those applications. uh, but again, this shouldn't be your only option to do. So something is very important in social media is being able to catch up on trends. So sometimes there's a trend going on. If you handle a proper post in a very smart way on that trend, it's gonna help you and into making proper uh, what should I say, exposure to within this trend. So as you saw before, there was a lot of trends that happened on Twitter or Instagram that companies hopped in on and gained a lot out of them. So before continuing there, just a second. I'm gonna answer your questions now. So the first question is from Marwa. Marwa is asking, are these tools applications or via PC or laptops? Most of them are providing an application for your phone. Hootsuite is providing an application. IFTTT is providing one. Zapier provides an application. So you can handle them through your laptop or through your mobile as well. Amal, they are free, but with limited capabilities. So as an example, Hootsuite, you can only add 3 social networks even if on the free one, and you cannot schedule more than a certain number of posts. If you want to go for the full details, you need to have a paid service. It also helps you in managing your direct messages. So if you are having Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and Facebook, and you're receiving direct messages everywhere, then through Hootsuite, you can handle them all in one place with a single place. One great thing, and this is related to security. So once you are adding your social media accounts to Hootsuite, you can assign people to your Hootsuite account instead of giving them the passwords for your accounts on social media. So your employees, your social media manager doesn't have to have your Instagram password or your Twitter password or your Facebook password. You add them here as by their own users, and they will be able to manage your accounts through Hootsuite as well. So Ida is asking, should we have a different content in social media by Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook? Yes, all experts recommend having different content for each platform, but sometimes there is some content that can be distributed through different platform and in the same way. But again, it's always recommended to have a different platform, a different content for each platform. Pictures on Instagram are visually different than the pictures on Twitter. That depends on how they are showing up in the timeline. You are limited to 280 letters on Twitter, but you have a limited amount of not unlimited. I think, I'm not sure what's the exact limit for Instagram, but you have way longer text area that you can fill in. So you can use different hashtags on Instagram than Twitter and then Facebook, than whatever social media. So yes, your content for each platform should be different. And this is something that you can do through Hootsuite. It's not limiting you to post all your content through to all platforms all the time. It's your decision here. But it was just an example that you can post to Twitter and Instagram through the same page and schedule it. I hope that answers your question. So another tool that is very useful is Freshdesk. Freshdesk is ticket management. So supporting your customer can become a very hard job sometimes. Freshdesk provides for you a proper ticketing management system that you can assign tasks to certain people. So if your company is having different segments of stuff, so let's assume you are having a supermarket, and People will reach to support for different units of your supermarket. So you have the electronic sections, you have the grocery sections, you have the clothes sections, and each of them are having certain people that will be able to support it. Fresh Desk and any other service management tools will help you to control that, receive the questions, receive the support tickets, receive the help that they require, any customers requires, and segregate them between different units in addition to be able to track them, to avoid any late responses to the customer and avoid having lost emails. I know a lot of people that are using emails for support. When the number of emails becomes too high, they start losing track of what they answered, what they didn't, and what has been assigned to who, and all of that. So having a proper service management software is very helpful on supporting your customers, especially when you're growing big. Yes, if you're having 100 or 150 customers with a small number of tickets or small number of requests, it's easy to do it through email. But when the number grows, it will be very hard to handle that through email. And for customers, it wouldn't make a difference because all of these service management software can be linked to an email. And whenever someone sends an email, it's going to automatically logged and stored in these Fresh Desk or any other service desk management software. Any questions? All right, guys, do you want to have a break or should we continue? Not a lot of stuff left, so another 15 minutes. So I prefer that we avoid this break, but if you are looking to have this break, then we can have it. So yes, Aisha Rees is asking which type of tools would help the sales forecasting and tracking. Sales forecasting and tracking. That would be a CRM. CRM is the tool that is used usually for tracking and forecasting sales. And as I showed you earlier, Zoho CRM, which is a very simple CRM, and I believe it's free. And if it's not, then you can use the credit that you can get from Startup Bahrain for it's $1,800 credit that you can get from Startup Bahrain to get on Zoho. So yes, this is what you use for sales forecasting, sales tracking, and leads management. So a CRM tool, this is what you need for that. I guess we are skipping the break, and we're gonna finish earlier today, if you're fine with that. So I explained to you what is SaaS and what is internal systems. So probably for a long time, all companies, at least big companies, and until today, they are using their internal systems. Me as MBB, most of our systems are internal, and we have physical servers sitting on our data centers and hosting those applications. And we have a big department of IT supporting all of these servers and taking care of these applications. Today, we are having SaaS services, and we at MBB are moving out of our services to SaaS services, software as a service. And it's really helped a lot in saving a lot of cost. It's saving a lot of effort, and it removes a lot of headache from us. But how do I choose between these two? So it depends. So SaaS services are having subscription. So you are paying it So probably you are paying for that every month. So if you are using, as an example, the platform that we just reviewed, which is Hootsuite, you are going to pay for it every month. And the month that you stop paying, it's going to stop working for you. The great thing that you can access from anywhere, from any device, it's going to be online and available all the time. Versus the traditional software. Traditional software, usually the biggest cost would be a one-time cost and the time of setting it up, and it will be installed on your own PC. So it's not accessible everywhere. It's going to be accessible based on the license that you are getting for the number of PCs that you are having. And based on that, you are going to use that software. So for most startups, SaaS services, I'm sorry, but I believe this cat wants to join us in the session. Say hi to them. Anyway, she was pulling my pants here, so I had to stop her. Anyway, I lost my track, my thoughts track. Anyway, yeah. So yes, the traditional software usually is linked to a certain certain PC and only used within the company. So it depends on you. If you don't need the capabilities of SaaS service, then you can go for traditional software. Especially if it was cheap. But as my knowledge in these fields, most startups will benefit more from SaaS software. Okay, so examples of the SaaS software are these productivity tools. Such examples that we are having at G Suite, Zoho, Office 365, and we have some kind of project management like Asana, Trello, and Basecamp. So I showed you this slide yesterday as well. So in Zoho, you can see you have different aspects that can be managed through one platform. So we're having a sales and marketing through their CRM and through their campaign management. You can do surveys. You can do small sites that gonna be specialized for certain products. You do have a customer support platform there as well. As you saw, Freshdesk is one platform. Zoho provides you as part of your package. You have shared calendars. You have meetings, document management, social network management, financing, human resource as well. Office 365 is the same thing. They're providing for you a huge number of utilities through one subscription. And Google is providing the same too. Yes, some tools in Zoho are better than the tools in Office. Some tools in Office is better than the ones in G Suite. Some of them, we prefer to go for a proper third-party solution. So maybe Zoho will have some kind of social media management, but when you go to Hootsuite, you're gonna get better value for money out of it, or gonna provide for you further details or further control on your social media posts. So it's based on you. So you need to go and compare these platforms, and based on your needs, you get to choose which one do you want. So each startup, each company, each process, each operation model is having different needs. They are having different needs. So, and based on that, you get to choose which platform you need to choose. So Sarah Faisal is asking, is true that government offices mostly use Office 365? Microsoft platforms, and not just Office, is hugely integrated in the most big companies and governments. They're providing great support for governments and companies, and it's not just Office 365, it's the whole Microsoft package, starting from the operating system, which is Windows, up to on-prem Office, which is not the Office 365, which is the offline Office, not the cloud service, the traditional Office, as we explained in the previous slide. Reaching to the rest of the solutions that they are having, such as Microsoft Teams and PowerPoint and Excel. So Microsoft Teams, yeah, Microsoft is having a huge influence and a huge availability on governmental and also big companies. And as per my testing, Microsoft is Microsoft products are way better in handling a huge number of staff. So if you're having a company with 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 employees, then Microsoft will provide for you the best control and the proper management for them. For a smaller company, is that true? Honestly, you wouldn't need all the controls that Microsoft are providing for you, and you will be better off going with something like Zoho or G Suite. Now we'll move to project management. So Asana is a very good cross-functional project planning and management tool. So you can assign tasks for different people in your environment. So if your business is a project based, then having a proper project management tool is very beneficial for you. And even if it's not project based, distributing tasks doesn't need to be in person or through emails. Distributing tasks through emails can lead to lost tasks. How many times that you assigned a task for someone and in days they forgot about it, or probably they lost it within the other emails that they are having from different clients, different employees. So arranging that into task-based work operation will help organizing and tracking which each employee what they're doing, so you will not overload any one of them, and you will not will be understaffed, or you are gonna recognize who is handling what at any time, and no one gonna miss what task they are assigned to. So Asana, you can, even for project planning, as you can see here, you can set it by a timeline. You can have conversations related to each task. Basecamp is a similar solution to Asana, but in a different way. So as you can see here, this is a Basecamp dashboard. When I log in, I can see what are the tasks that are assigned to me. There's a group chat that I can have a look into. There are the schedule of my meetings. So it's a single place that I can see everything that is assigned to me, and with something that can be tracked and have a shared location for all of your files and messages. Trello is another comprehensive project management and task management. So it is Trello is more focused into is more focused into agile kind of way of working. So you can see here the tasks are segregated within different groups, as live, ready for launch, blocked, in progress, inbox, market research, and each one of them is assigned to one or few people. So if you're having this kind of tasks in your organization, and then you're gonna assign to different people and different groups, and they are into, so there are similar type of tasks that are generated to certain units. Some platform like Trello would be very useful for you. Again, all of these platforms will provide for you a free trial. So go there, try them by yourself, and decide what's better for you. You're gonna need 1 or 2 days in testing them, and you'll be able to make a proper decision in choosing them. This year, huge jump happened in the demand for video conferencing services. A lot of meetings that was happening in person, today they are happening through Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet, and other platforms. So I believe most of you are familiar now with these tools. Few years ago, it was some kind of weird. I was asking, look, we have Microsoft Teams like NNBB. We are using Microsoft Teams since almost 1 year and a half. And it was weird for people when I initiated meetings on Microsoft Teams. We were used to having meetings in person and meeting rooms. But today, words change. everyone is familiar with online meetings, and most of the meetings are happening online. So it's crucial to choose the right platform for you. So we do have Zoom, we do have Microsoft Teams, and we have Google Meet, and I'll go into details into all of them. But for internal communication, there's a mistake that a lot of people are doing, or a lot of companies are doing, is using WhatsApp for internal communication. WhatsApp is not for internal communication. WhatsApp is good for your friends, contacting your friends, having private communication, or having this kind of groups that are gathering a lot of people. But if you are looking into a serious work platform for communication, then your solution is Slack. And if you find Slack too expensive, then Discord is a good solution too. So, and Teams is now are adding a lot of features to compete with the Slack. So if you are already on Teams and corporate Teams, which is different from the Teams that regular users are using, is having features that Slack is having. So first of all, let's start with the video conferencing tools. These are the three big competitors that we are having now. Zoom had huge success because it is free. It was accessible through all devices. It could host up to 100 people in the free plan and up to 500 people, which is they increased, I think, to 1,000 for some people now. So up to a huge number of people on the screen, and it's having a lot of features. There are some issues with it, that it has time limit of 40 minutes for any conference, in addition to some security problems that happened during the last period when it was start catching in. We heard a lot of security issues with Zoom. Google Meet is the new competitor in the market from Google, and they are not up there yet with Zoom and Microsoft Teams yet in terms of features, but they are improving every day. It's a free, and it's having most of the features that anyone can need. And Microsoft Teams is currently the biggest platform that is used within the corporates. Yes, it couldn't be the perfect one for startups, but in the corporates, Microsoft Teams is gaining a huge advantage on everyone else, since it's tied to other Microsoft platforms such as Office 365 and Outlook and the other applications that Microsoft are providing. And in addition to that, there are some helpful tools that are available within Microsoft Teams that are really useful for corporates. So again, all of them can be accessible freely, and you choose whatever you find is the best for you. Now, for your corporate communication, what do you use instead of WhatsApp? As I told you, sorry, the cat is very active. I didn't know what's wrong with her today. Anyway, Slack is a very useful and powerful use for internal communication within your company. So it will have kind of different topics that you can discuss, and different, you can add hashtag to your chats. So if you have multiple chat tracks within your same group, and you have different groups in your company, all of them are manageable through Slack. It has a desktop interface and has a mobile interface. It will help you and track your different topics. So if there was a discussion about a certain product in your company, it's very easy to find out all the discussions that are related to the product. The free Slack is free, but it will store up to 10,000 messages, and after that, it will delete those messages. So you have to go for the paid plan. A cheaper option is Discord. It's a free too, and it doesn't have the limitations that Slack is providing. But the good thing about Slack is it's very integratable with different solutions. APIs are available to integrate it with any other solution that we earlier saw during the sessions, such as Zapier and IFTT or Gmail or whatever. But for real, guys, don't use WhatsApp. It's not the proper tool to have your corporate communication there. And this is the last subject that we are going to have today. APIs. So what is API? API is a programmable interface. It's very good if your company or whatever startup you're having is having an APIs for their tools. So I'll give you an example here. Talabat are having Talabat are you are ordering through Talabat, and your restaurants, your orders are reaching to the restaurants that you are ordering from through Talabat. But how they are connecting these orders to these restaurants? In the earlier days, Talabat was providing a device for these restaurants, and whenever they received any order, it was printing a paper with this order and with the number and with the details of this order and with the address. But these days changed. Now these restaurants are providing their APIs that are connected to their internal systems. So whenever a new order comes through Talabat, as an example, it goes directly to their internal systems and get displayed with the rest of the orders that were received through the call center, or received through a walk-in, or received through anything. API is not just for the restaurants. Everything can have an API. So Twitter itself is having multiple APIs for posting tweets, for sending DMs, for mentioning people. So any other application can reach to their APIs. So you are saying, why should I provide APIs for others to use? We cannot do everything by ourselves. So when we provide APIs, other people can get more creative, but they are going to go through us. So one example is open banking. Open banking is providing APIs for different banks to read your accounts, your account information from other platforms. So for me, I have an account in National Bank of Bahrain. I have another account in Bahrain Islamic Bank, but I need the details of my Bahrain Islamic Bank to be accessible through National Bank of Bahrain online banking, because I prefer the interface of National Bank of Bahrain online banking. So through open banking, I can connect to the APIs that BISB are providing and read the information and show it on my platform. So for the customer, I'm still customer of BISB, but I'm using NBB platform, and at the same time, I'm still satisfied because I'm using the best tool that I want and that satisfies my need to get to your service. Usually, you would need developers to build the APIs for you. Some of the systems that we already discussed here are having their own APIs. So if you are using Zoho as your accounting system, there are APIs that are already available by Zoho that's going to connect to any other platform that's going to use that. If you are using Office 365, they are providing APIs. So API is a crucial part of your platform, the platform that you are using and maintaining. And in addition to that, APIs can help you also to create reports. So as I told you in the data analytics part, you are going to have multiple sources for data. So as I told you, social media, your CRM, your ERP, your sales machine, and every other source that you have, your own website. So through APIs, you can gather all of these data and put them in one single place. And get the data there and do whatever you want. Some kind of building the models, doing the analysis on them. Any questions? And yeah, that was my last slide. So if you are having any questions through the whole workshop, please feel free to ask. By the time that you are typing your questions, I'm going to tell you about the internships that Startup Workshop are providing through Startup Magazine. Startup Magazine are providing through Startup Workshop. There are opportunities that are provided by Majra. You can apply for these opportunities through workshops at Startup Magazine, startupmgzn.com. We also are having mentorships. So we can have one-to-one mentorship for 5 sessions that I'm going to help you in elevating your business through technology and help you in applying whatever we learned through these 2 workshops into your business, and having specific details of how to apply these tools to your business. So what I spoke about was very general, that can be applied to any business. But again, your business may need specific needs. Some of the tools, you may not require them based on the business that you're having. So if you're looking to have a one-to-one mentorship with me, you can apply after answering these 2 questions and through this email that you are seeing on the screen right now. Do this internship needs any experience? You can check on, to get these details, you can go to Majra's website and check the details of these jobs there. I'm not sure exactly about the requirements for these jobs, but again, you feel free to visit Majra's website and check the details there. So the mentorship is on the basis of first come, first serve. So make sure to apply for mentorship if you need it right away after this workshop. So because there will be a limited number of people that are going to get this mentorship. Any further question? If not, then thank you. That was 2 great days of this workshop. I'm available for you through the mentorship, or even you can reach me by yourself and I will be able to help you with any technological details that you need. Thank you a lot. I enjoyed giving you this workshop, and I hope you you learned something and you will apply whatever we learned here into your startup. Thank you, everyone.